Hey guys, it's Sweetnightingale here, and I'm here to just do a little video with my reaction on the live broadcast that was just done with over at The Sims 3 on live stream. And boy, did they have a lot to do. It started off late. They were having technical difficulties, so it started, I don't know, about a half an hour later than it should have. It was supposed to start at 12 o'clock my time, but they didn't get it on the air until about 12:30. And they went over quite a bit in the 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff pack, which is going to be coming out in about 2 weeks, I think January 21st or something like that, or 22nd, something like that, somewhere around there. And so they're saying that if you pre-order through Origin with that, then you get a exclusive pinball machine to go along with that, which they showed a little bit. So go ahead and pre-order yours if you're if you're wanting to get the 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff pack. Do that through Origin, and you'll get your exclusive content item. They've been doing that an awful lot with the past few expansion packs and stuff that's been coming out, wanting you to pre-order it through Origin, and then they'll give you, then you get the exclusive items. I believe they started out with Supernatural, and then also with the Katy Perry Sweet Treats and stuff, because you got a poster with that and so forth. So they're really hyping up pre-ordering through Origin, which is okay. It doesn't really matter where you get it from as long as you get it safe and sound, I guess. So go ahead and do that if that's what you're wanting to do, and if you want that exclusive item. But it looks really cool. I'm really glad to, it's really going to be interesting to incorporate that in gameplay, and I can see myself using a lot of that stuff in my Let's Plays and things, because it looks cool. It really does. It looks cool. Looks cool. Yeah. It looks really cool, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that coming out. But the big thing that I think we've all been waiting for is they announced that the next expansion pack is going to be University Life, which is going to be awesome. And that's going to be coming out March 5th, which is going to be on the same day that SimCity is coming out. So March 5th is going to be a big day for we Sim fans, I believe. And so I am really looking forward to that. And they actually showed quite a bit of what's going to be coming up in it. I'm really surprised that they showed as much as they did, and I'm sure that there's going to be lots more in there, and they're going to be having more broadcasts on it, I think, as time comes closer, which is going to be awesome. But in this pack, there's two different party types. They have a bonfire party type and a juice keg party type, and you can go streaking through the campus and all that. And you can also kind of do some wall paint and some sort of, I don't want to call it graffiti. I think they called it street art or whatever. But it looks a lot more in depth than what University in Sims 2 had, which is going to be great. You get, it's only going to be one university, whereas in Sims 2 you had like your choice of, I think, 3 different universities. But in this one it looks like it's going to have everything. So how it works is your Sims who go to university actually have to kind of travel to another world, kind of like very similar to what they do in World Adventures, which is okay. Your Sims just kind of go off for the time, and then they complete their university, however they do that, and then they go back home, and the family pretty much stays as it was, the ones that are left behind or whatever. And what I like is apparently anyone from young adulthood to elder can enroll in university and get a degree, which is great, because in Sims 2, they just had the young adult stage, and it was pretty limited, I think. So there's a lot more gameplay options, I think, in this one. And I really enjoyed Sims. I really enjoyed Sims 2 University, but I think this one is going to be even better. It really is. I think it's going to be even better. And there's, of course, there's different degrees and majors that you can take, and an aptitude test and so forth. So they showed that on the live stream, on the live broadcast, and it was great. I'm really excited to see this come out, and of course I am going to be doing a Let's Play on it. It seems like I do a Let's Play on every expansion pack, and so which means I'm going to really work hard at trying to finish up some of these other Let's Plays that I'm doing right now. Really get them done, because I have a couple that are close to being finished up. I just have to finish them up and just really bang it out. So now I think they didn't really say one way or the other, but I think in the university world, I think you are going to get seasonal weather. I don't see why they wouldn't, because I know in Sims 2 University you got the seasons, and yeah, so hopefully you'll be able to get the seasons in university, which I think you're going to be able to. That question wasn't asked, but I would assume so. I know what some people say about assuming is, assume makes an ass out of you and me. But I really wouldn't see why they wouldn't incorporate the seasonal stuff in with the university world. They did say that the university itself was kind of like a New England one, so it looks really nice. I mean, there's really a lot that you can do in this gameplay with this pack. I'm really looking forward to it, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to also more broadcasts on it. They did make a couple more announcements on future expansion packs that are supposed to be coming. Later on, I do believe in June, I do believe that they said sometime in June. They didn't have an actual release day, but they said sometime in June 2013. The next expansion pack after University Life is going to be released, and that's called Island Paradise. And apparently they didn't really say too much on it. They said it's in development, and they did share a screenshot. But apparently it's going to take place on a tropical island, or a group of tropical islands. So obviously it's going to have a new world instilled with it. But apparently you're going to be able to make a houseboat, and you can live on these houseboats and explore these different islands. And also they're going to have a snorkeling and scuba skill, which is going to be happening with that. So it's going to be interesting. When they started talking about it, I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to feel about it, but I think it's going to be good. I mean, they're really doing a good job with putting out these expansion packs, and it's going to be different than what we've had before. It's going to be different than World Adventures, because I guess you can actually live on this island, and you can actually run a resort if you choose. And you can kind of have a variety of different resorts to run and make business decisions on how you want to run it and stuff, and get reviews on how well people think your resort is running. So it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to that too, and that's going to be coming out sometime in June. And then they said later on this year too, the next expansion pack, and they don't have a name for it, and they just had a couple of sentences about it, but somehow you're going to be able to send your Sims into the future in a way that has never been done before in the history of Sims. So it kind of tells me that there's going to be a sort of time travel, or maybe space travel or something. They, like I said, they didn't really say too much about it, and so it sounds really intriguing. I'm really looking forward to seeing what that's going to be about. And I think it's going to be great for those of us that like sci-fi things or fantasy things. So really looking forward to seeing what that's going to be about. That's going to be interesting. And then they also announced that there's going to be another stuff pack coming out as well. And they don't have a name for it yet, but they just said something like it's going to be where they got like iconic costumes and sets and things to put your Sims on or whatever. So it's going to be good for storytelling is pretty much what all they said. So they don't have a name for it or anything. And that's pretty much all they said. They were very, very vague. So that's going to be interesting to see what that's about. But, one more thing about the Island Paradise that I wanted to add was they did say that you may see some more marine life, or some new marine life and things. So I hope that they're going to add mermaids. That would be awesome if we got mermaids. I love, 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 love mermaids, and I really hope they add mermaids. That would be awesome, awesome, awesome. So, and then they also showed a introduction of what the new SimCity was going to be like, the introductory thing when you load the game, apparently. And they talked about the socialization things that you can do with it, like where you can play alone or you can play with your friends and whatnot. And apparently there's going to be a live, kind of a live site, or live, kind of similar to, I guess, what we get in The Sims 3, where you can actually update your game and participate on forums and things. So that's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that. And both SimCity and University Life is going to be coming out on March 5th. I cannot wait. And I know that they did say this in one of the other live broadcasts about SimCity, that if you pre-order through Origin, you get like three or four, I think 3 or 4 like new city setups or whatever. Like you get France and Germany, I think, and London or something like that. So if you pre-order that through Origin, you get these 3 new cityscapes or whatever you call them. And also if you pre-order the University Life expansion pack through Origin, you get something called a party pack, and you get some sort of party statue where it's going to show up in game. And when you throw a party, then your guests are going to have the thing where, you know, they have the time of their lives, and it's just going to enhance your party while you're at university. So that's going to be cool. It looks like they're going to have a lot of things coming out. They also made a little blurb on the Lullabies and Nursery Rhymes set that's out in the Sims 3 store. And they also announced that you can now in the United States get Monte Vista through retail stores. So you don't have to go to the Sims 3 website to get that. If you would rather get that from a retail store, you can do that. And I think that's going to be shortly following in Europe as well. So keep an eye on that at your retail stores if you don't have Monte Vista. And if that's how you want to get your copy of Monte Vista, do it that way. They also did mention the fact that there's going to be even more new stuff that's going to be coming out in the Sims 3 store. They didn't elaborate or anything on that right now to this point. So just keep an eye out and, you know, keep your news feed active and keep an eye out for that. And which means I'll probably end up doing some more reviews when new things come out at the store. So that, I think, is pretty much it from what I gathered from the live broadcast. And I think they're going to have the replay up and going here pretty soon. So those of you that missed it, you can go back and watch it. They answered some questions on Twitter, which was pretty much, I think, what I had talked about here. So lots and lots of new things coming up in The Sims 3, which means, I guess, you know, Sims 4 isn't going to come out until around 2014, something like that, which is okay. Hey, if they got some new things coming out in Sims 3, I'm game. I'm looking forward to it. So it really has the promise of some really great fun things coming out, and I'm so looking forward to it. 2013, I think, is going to be a great year for Sims 3, guys. So anyway, I'll quit talking at you because I don't want to bore you guys too much, and I don't want to... I tend to kind of talk a lot at times, especially when I'm very excited. So be looking forward to all that. I most certainly am, which means more future Let's Plays coming up from me. Very exciting. So definitely keep an eye out for those when the time comes. You guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the next LP. Bye, guys.